This is Kelly Loeffler, the soon-to-be former US Senator from Georgia. On December 11, 2020, Loeffler was at a campaign rally in Dawsonville taking photos with supporters. Unfortunately, one of those supporters was this man, Chester Doles, a longtime white supremacist and former member of the Ku Klux Klan. Doles then posted this photo to social media. Once the word got out, Loeffler and her campaign immediately disavowed him, as she should, because no one wants to be connected with trash like this. In a statement to the Associated Press, campaign spokesman Stephen Lawson said Kelly had no idea who that was, and if she had, she would have kicked him out immediately because we condemn, in the most vociferous terms, everything that he stands for. This is a big problem with photo lines at campaign events. You can't instantly vet every single person that wants to take a picture with you. I mean, even Elizabeth Warren bragged about taking thousands and thousands of selfies with supporters at campaign events.
I'm crowding in on 100,000 selfies. That's 100,000 hugs and handshakes and stories.
So first off, at these Elizabeth Warren events, a staffer is taking a picture, so no, these are not selfies. Second, do you think that if someone looked hard enough that they would find that Senator Warren took photos with people that might require a little bit of an explanation? I mean, probably. So while it's ultimately embarrassing, you can't blame the candidate. In reality, Loeffler posing with this guy is simply unfortunate. She disavowed, that should be the end of it. However, if you're a member of left-leaning media, this is a huge story. Republican Georgia senator poses for picture with white supremacist. Kelly Loeffler denied knowing who Chester Doles was, despite taking a photo with him. Listen to how absurd that sounds. Well, she took a photo with him, so of course she knows who the man is. This is why people do not trust the media. Think about it. Do you think that Elizabeth Warren knows who any of these people are, let alone could pick them out of a lineup? Which is not to say that I'm accusing them in any way of being bad people, just making a point. Here, Business Insider reported that the image was reshared on Twitter by a Jewish advocacy group which criticized Loeffler. But this advocacy group, Bend the Arc, is actually a political action committee that supported dozens of Democrats running in the last election, including Loeffler's opponent, Raphael Warnock, as well as Jon Ossoff. Funny how Business Insider neglected to mention that. But then, on December 30th, more than 2 weeks after the news of the photo dropped, Peter Doocy of Fox News had an impromptu interview with Senate candidate Jon Ossoff.
And here's the bottom line. Kelly Loeffler has been campaigning with a Klansman. Kelly Loeffler has been campaigning with a Klansman. And so she is stooping to these vicious personal attacks to distract from the fact that she's been campaigning with a former member of the Ku Klux Klan.
See how that escalated? It went from Loeffler took a picture with him to she's campaigning with him. A vicious and personal attack is one thing, but a blatant and provable lie is another. And as a journalist, this is the perfect opportunity for Peter Doocy and Fox News to call Ossoff out on it.
I mean, we deserve better than that here in Georgia. And I want to encourage everybody to make a plan to vote on Tuesday. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ossoff, very much. All right, and we will send it back to you guys in New York.
So, no pushback, no clarification. Peter Doocy just let Jon Ossoff lie directly to the camera, no holds barred, and then thanks him.
Thank you, Mr. Ossoff, very much.
The incompetence here is stunning. And it wasn't just Ossoff spreading this garbage. Reverend Warnock got in on the action too. This is who Kelly Loeffler campaigned with. This is who you elected, Georgia. Thank you so much. So it's proven that Ossoff and Warnock are liars, but instead of most media outlets calling them out for it, well, you know. Jon Ossoff turns the tables on Fox News reporter. Jon Ossoff commandeers Fox News interview to skewer Loeffler and Perdue. Hear objective news media, everybody. Democratic Senate candidate Jon Ossoff delivered a verbal 1-2 punch when a Fox News crew approached him at a campaign stop on live TV. That wasn't a 1-2 punch, it was more like a sucker punch. And instead of acting like they're remotely objective, Outlets like the Atlanta Journal-Constitution report the story by quoting Bend the Arc like they aren't a political action committee that doesn't have an agenda. Alert! Kelly Loeffler just posed for a photo with Chester Doles, a former KKK leader who runs the white supremacist American Patriots USA. The Twitter account for progressive Jewish group Bend the Arc posted, "This is who Kay Loeffler is proudly appealing to." Kelly Loeffler put out a statement disavowing this trash, but instead, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution cites the claim from a political action committee that she is proudly appealing to white supremacists. But by their skewed logic, you'd have to condemn Joe Biden when he appeals to white supremacists, right? And as far as Democrats getting behind Ossoff and Warnock, there's a huge double standard. Democrats can make claims that President Trump has lied or has made misleading statements tens of thousands of times or claim that he's a racist as if they're on a higher moral plane. Yet when it comes to things like legitimate racist statements coming from within their own party,
if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Just look the other way. Nothing to see here, folks. He's the president now. Oh my God. And I didn't even talk about the social media side of things. The Lincoln Project started the hashtag KKKelly and put out a video so disgusting that I can't even show it here. Ironic that the biggest liars on the internet are named after a president who was known as Honest Abe. Anyway, the day after John Ossoff slandered her, Fox News gave Kelly Loeffler the opportunity to defend herself.
We were talking to one of the Democrats, John Ossoff, yesterday, and he launched into an attack against you. He said that you have been out here campaigning with a Klansman. So can you please, this is your chance to set the record straight or to rebut him.
This is a great opportunity for Loeffler to unequivocally state that she wholeheartedly denounces white supremacy, and then she can fire back at Ossoff and Warnock for spreading malicious lies about her because they can't properly attack her on her solid Senate record. But instead,
well, Peter, Georgia knows that John Ossoff is a pathological liar. He's a trust fund socialist whose only job has been working for the Chinese Communist Party in recent years. And look, here's the deal. If we're going to tell lies about my campaign, let's tell the truth about who he's campaigning with. This is the truth. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock has been involved in child abuse, domestic abuse. He's someone who has praised Fidel Castro, Louis Farrakhan, Karl Marx, James Cone. These are radicals. He has attacked our military, our police, our small businesses, and every Georgian who wants to live the American dream. So I'm not going to be lectured by some 33-year-old trust fund socialist who's a pathological liar.
And that's why she lost her Senate seat. She's a robot. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, sharing, and slamming that like button. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram at Don't Walk Run Productions, where I will occasionally post pictures of me with cute puppies. As always, be sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, and hope to see you next time. If there is a next time.